Now, you're not only cooking for elite individuals here, right? You are a very amazing business strategist, marketing strategist person as well. You've worked with some amazing companies, as we can see in your background there. How did
Yes.
that come about? Like you go from cooking for presidents to helping companies with the marketing campaign.
Well, I mean, at some time, you're going to realize, like, I was in the military. Okay. So wasn't making a lot of money, 30 years retired American military. You don't get paid a lot of money. So I was always thinking, like, hey, I'll have a marketing company that I'll do at night and on the weekends and make extra money. Okay. And so I had to put in like a special request sheet. And if in the American military, if you're an enlisted person, you are allowed to work another job. If you are an officer, a commissioned officer, it's forbidden by law.
Wow.
You're not allowed to have a second job doing anything, no other source of income. So I felt lucky, like I was enlisted, and I knew that someday I was going to retire. I mean, I retired, I was 39 years old in 2004. I retired from the military. I went in when I was 17, okay? And I had been planning and building, and even out of boredom, like during Operation Iraqi Freedom Fong and Operation Enduring Freedom for Afghanistan, I was, thinking to myself, like, I'm out here in the Arabian Gulf, sitting around at night. Do I want to sit here and watch like TV all night long? Or do I want to teach myself business plan writing? Do I want to start to learn how to do 60 pages of pro forma? Do I want to come to understand terms like break even and industry comparables and how to do all this? Because you're going to retire, and it's like you can either go to work in like a greasy spoon. And I have a really good friend. He's very rich. He's running a greasy spoon. Okay. Or you could go to work doing something that maybe in your 70s and 80s you could still have income, because you can't really do this chef thing standing up for 80 hours a week in your 70s and 80s. You can't carry 50-pound cases of meat up 2 flights of steps, like unloading an 18-wheeler in your 70s and 80s and carrying 50-pound cases of meat for 2.5 hours, unloading an 18-wheeler with 17 other chefs.
Yeah.
There's comes a limit physically to where you're not going to be able to stand erect for 80 hours a week any longer. And Fong, I've worked 126-hour work weeks at Camp David,
Wow.
18 hours a day times 7. I tell people, you don't need a calculator. I'll just tell you right now, 18 hours a day times 7, it's 126. I know. Okay. So there comes an idea in your head, like, maybe I can be planning on something. And that's when I decided, when I retire under the post 9/11 GI Bill, Fong, let me get educated. Let me get, a bachelor's degree. Let me get my master's degree under the post 9/11 GI Bill. You start to go to work. I'm going to need the degrees and the education, and I'm studying for my doctorate right now.
Wow. Never stop learning, eh?